Alright guys, welcome back. Welcome to video number 2 in the series of where I clean up my fall garden. Now, in video number 1, you'll remember that I gutted and cleaned out the greenhouse. And that involved harvesting all the plants that were still growing in there from the summer, as well as taking out all the seedling trays and 4-inch starter plant trays that were just left behind. Now in the second video, I brought it back outside and we're going to start to clean up all of my raised beds. Now, I garden exclusively in raised beds, so there's about 84 that I got to clean up. I've done about 22 beds already. So out of the 3 phases of my fall garden cleanup, this one's going to take the longest. So I got a particular string of beds here, and these guys are 8 feet long and 2 feet wide. And there's 4 of them here along my east fence. Now they're going to be pretty easy to clean up. Even though they look bad, all I got to do is harvest about 30 tomato plants and then cut them down at the soil level. So I'm going to go ahead and get these beds cleared out now. In the front of the beds, you'll remember we planted the lettuce. I'm going to leave that going because that's going to grow well into December where I live. So all I need to do for now is simply harvest those tomatoes and cut all the plants down. Are you going to help? No? So this basket here is just off of 1 plant, and I have about 30 plants that I have to harvest just in this row. At this time of year, you're going to get a lot of green tomatoes that simply won't ripen on the vine if you live in the northern hemisphere like I do. Now, if that's the case where you live too, I'll throw a video link down in the description below, and it shows you how to ripen your tomatoes off the vine indoors. Now, as you can see, the production of tomatoes at this time of year is completely astonishing. And so rather than letting these guys go to waste, let's ripen them indoors, and then we can enjoy fresh tomatoes all the way through till late November. Puppy's after a rat in the compost. Okay, so we've harvested all our green tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and cut down all those tomato plants right at the soil level. As I'm going through getting rid of these tomato plants, I just want to touch on one thing, and that's these beds have virtually no weeds. Now, those of you that have watched the previous videos, you know that I do no-till farming. That is, I don't disturb the soil. And so these beds are a prime example of why no-till farming just works. The fact that I don't disturb that top layer of soil means that seeds rarely ever take hold. And because I'm always throwing organic layers onto the surface, any weeds that do try to come through are quickly smothered. So if you're skeptical about the no-till method and you're not seeing the results right away, just stick with it. The benefits of the no-till farming method actually get more and more pronounced in your garden beds as time goes on and as the seasons pass. So there we go. We cleaned up just under 100 square feet of gardening space in less than 10 minutes. And already this area of my garden feels completely different. The lettuce at the front of the beds is getting more air, it is getting more sunlight. It's gonna grow even that much better. And I'm gonna love harvesting it all through the fall. There's still time in the back of that bed to plant something for the fall. I haven't decided what yet. I'm leaning towards planting some more garlic, but I also have some collard green and some kale starts that would go in there nicely. Maybe I'll do a combination of both. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me in phase 2 of my garden cleanup. For phase 3, we're gonna go ahead and take it back inside and really set us up for winter. As always, leave any questions or comments down below. You know, have you guys started cleaning up your gardens? I know I'm the biggest procrastinator on the planet, so if I've already started to clean up my gardens, you guys should be well underway. Click subscribe if you haven't already. For those of you that have, I really do appreciate the support. And I'll see you in the next video.